Okay. All right. I think that's it. Okay, that's it. All right, bet, 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 bet. All right, bet. We can. Let's add listen out right quick. That's some lo-fi. All right, I think yeah. Okay, yeah, it's like people. Okay, this is better.
There
All
you go.
right, all right. About time. Oh, yeah, that's how I go. I don't want like this. We can do it side by side. All right, I think we should be good now, though. Like, it took me freaking forever.
Good.
All right, yeah, it's streaming on everything. Okay, it's streaming on this, streaming on YouTube. Okay, I think we should be good now.
All right.
Let me double check. Yeah. Uh, Let me go ahead and make a post. Let people know we live. Now. Well, should they? Yeah.
I'm about to throw this link in my bio real quick.
Yeah. And you can put it on either one of them. Because we live. Do 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 do. Yeah, we gotta start prepping better. Every time we get in like an unfamiliar place, we always do this. They gonna stop fooling us in a minute. Like, yeah, nah, bro. You got your mic working?
Nope. But it's all good.
Okay. That sucks, but oh well.
How bad is the quality?
I mean, it looks pretty good to me.
I meant the
Like,
audio.
it's not bad. How does mine sound?
No, you sound good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's kind of. You ready to get things started?
Yeah, man. I was gonna see how many for like a little bit more people come in here, but overall, I mean, it's gonna be streaming everywhere else, so
Yes. Yeah,
it
we
don't
good.
really it don't really matter.
All right. Good. Well, let's get things popping.
Yeah, especially with it being on TikTok, I feel like most of the questions gonna get on TikTok anyways, and all that, but it's cool. We get it. But
Cool. Well. Another quick strike. It's a different quick strike too, man. I love when we can go live and do these quick strikes. If you're not familiar with Biggest Fireside, you should definitely tap in. Biggest Fireside, subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Instagram. Definitely check us out. From Fireside, the actual Fireside chats to these, which are more quick strikes, kind of informal conversations. This is going to be a live debate. So this will be our first actual live debate. I think that's pretty dope that we're doing that. And of course, the topic of discussion, drum roll, passion over payment. Which one is more important, passion or your payment? Is it better for you to pursue your passion, or should you be getting after that bag regardless of what sacrifice you need to put up? Now, I do think, oh, we didn't even do introductions. Nomad Vaughn here with my boy Tay on Tech. Y'all know Tay on Tech, man. Tay on Tech in the building. But yeah, so which is more important? I think the disclaimer, like we work in technology, so it's we'll get into the conversation about what that kind of means. But I don't want to put that out there. We work in technology, so kind of get a little bit of both, regardless. But like let's keep the conversation tailored towards that. But I think people outside of technology can also take a lot from this discussion, from this debate. Tay, what's your stance, man? Where you at with passion or payment?
Man, you already know how I feel about that. Like my thing is passion does not pay the bills. In my personal opinion, like like don't get me wrong, it's important for me to actually enjoy my job too, but I got to be compensated well. Like it is what it is. Like I know a lot of people always try to, and if you think about it, bro, only like black people guilted or guilt tripped into saying, "Hey, you know, passion over money, or do this, do that," or if you only want to work for this company for the money, then you're at the wrong company. But I still have a life to live. I still have stuff to do, and I just feel like overall we're the only people that's guilt tripped into feeling like you need to sell passion over money. That's just my thing on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a valid perspective, and everyone is entitled to feel as they do. And there's so much, and honestly, and if you look at the fact of the matter, you got to think about how are you going to afford to live. Like,
mm,
there's some passions that some of us have out there that they're not going to pay the bills. Now, I, on the other hand, am somebody like I think when it comes to your passion, if you have to sacrifice your passion altogether, and your best bet is, hey, look, I can't really do what I'm passionate about, but I can not only pay the bills, but also have some money in my pocket left over when the bills are actually paid. I think that there's going to be some drawbacks to that, and that's why I have so much concern when people advise others to kind of go after the bag. For example, if I'm working in a job that is requiring all of my time, I have a terrible work-life balance. I absolutely hate my job,
mhm.
and I get a good paycheck, but because of my work-life balance and the other things, like I don't feel like I have as much time to actually do things that I enjoy outside of my job. I'm giving up a lot, and I'm banking on that money paying for the things that I'm passionate about. But sometimes our passions are just how much we want to indulge in our passions doesn't give us the capacity to do so. So I do think that there's like that obviously my side, I'm kind of leaning more towards your passions. Like if they align, if you have a passion that also brings a check, you're the best boat possible. But if you're also like, I'm just looking at something that is going to pay the bills. I don't care what it is. If you say it's a six-figure job, I'm in there. I think you should
Mhm.
strongly consider what you're sacrificing before you go all in on the idea that the money is going to pay for your passions.
I mean, you got to think about this though, bro. Like people nowadays, they are probably making 25, $30 an hour, or 40, $50,000 an hour, or not even that much. The average what income is like what 30 some thousand, 35,000, and this is a job they absolutely hate. They're taking up all of their time, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, like working, like slaving. And you look at it like where we at now, like we work in the tech industry, we have high salaries. Bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, if I'm gonna do something I hate, I might as well get paid a ton of money to do it. Like, so for instance,
Right.
like people that's trying to get into the tech industry, not everyone is passionate about tech. It is
Facts.
what it is. It's not
For
happening.
sure.
Like, luckily for me, I'm passionate about it, but I don't
Right.
really care for that, for it to just take over my life. That's just not me.
Right.
But the biggest reason why I decided to get into the tech industry was for the money. Yes, I was decent with computers and stuff like that, but overall, bro, I didn't really care. Like, I was like, I'm going to make a ton of money, and this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do in the tech industry. And I was like, cool,
Mhm.
got there. Just so happened, I got into it, and I actually was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm straight. Like, I like it. And like, I've been in roles where I hated it. Like, I hated the role, but it was like, this is decent money, so I'm gonna stay. But I'm also going to interview somewhere else so I can leave. So my thing is, like, when it comes to passion and stuff like that, like you see like a lot of people, like a lot of women, for instance, and I'm not trying to be sexist or anything like that, but women typically they like to be teachers and stuff because they like helping educate, the next generation and doing all these things like that. But you can still get in like a different role. Like, say for instance, you got into a job where you're being paid a certain type of money. You don't necessarily love it, but now you can probably start your own nonprofit, or take money into doing something of your own organizations or anything like that. And you can still teach those kids in the way that you want to teach them, or teach them exactly what it is that you feel like they need to learn. You don't have to,
Right.
you're not tied to someone else's rule curriculums or anything like that. Because we're going to be honest, bro, the school systems, the public systems, they suck. So
Right.
it's like now you get to actually enjoy your passion, which is mixed with your passion. I mean, your passion, your mission, your purpose, whatever. But you can't do a lot of those things if you don't have the income to do it. So I always try to
Right.
tell people, man, like, passion, bro, passion, it doesn't pay. Like, you know what I mean? Unless it's just like,
It's not
I don't
guaranteed.
know.
It's
It's
not
not
guaranteed.
guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed on either spectrum. It's not guaranteed to pay. It's not guaranteed that it won't pay.
Yeah, but it's also like, if I have these set of skills and I know for a fact I can get paid right now, I'm
Right.
gonna do this. I do
Right.
my passion on the side, and as the time, like, I started making my money, I started doing this. It's time for me to start working on my passion. Like,
Right.
because the thing is about working in the tech industry, like, if you get at the right company, bro, you can literally retire within 4 to 6 years. And people don't realize that, like, because you got to think about companies like Google. They give you 200,000-300,000 stock and giving you yearly refreshers. Then you got to think about the high salaries that you're getting. If you living below your means and doing, bro, you can literally save like 100 grand a year off
Mm-hmm.
that, and not to mention the stock that you get, plus the refreshers, plus
Right.
the bonuses, the 15-20% bonuses. But bro, it's so much stuff that you can get, and then not to mention some of these places give you 40, 50, $60,000 sign-on bonuses. You taking that money, like, bro, it's. I'm just saying, bro. For me personally,
Uh-huh.
money. I don't care. I'm taking the money
Hey,
every time.
understood, man. I think my main argument or my main reason for believing in your passion over payment, if you had to pick, right? Like I keep
Mhm.
wanting to remind people, Tay and I work in technology. We're both very passionate about technology. So I say the passion, but I get paid good to pursue my passion. I'm good at what I do. I also do feel like there's one thing I will say about your passion and what it means to make money. Okay, so if you're everybody's just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean you're going to be good at it. Let's just be honest. Like
You
everybody's
be
not
passionate
equipped.
about basketball.
Right, right. Like just because you're a passionate hooper does not mean you're going to the league. It does not mean that you're going to sign a contract anymore. Doesn't matter if you've been doing it since you were 5 years old and you're now
Yeah,
25. Like I'm just going to be honest, and some things
hang it
everybody
up.
can cut out for it. So in those situations, I will say you have to do what's best for you in order to secure money to be able to fund your lifestyle, whatever that looks like. If that just means making ends meet, or if that means living above making ends meet. Everybody wants to. I think everybody has, to some extent, wants to live beyond just paying the bills. But I just say this though: when you sacrifice what you're passionate about altogether, you give it up completely. There's a high chance you're going to be left with a hole. When I say a hole, I mean this sense of emptiness that look, no matter what I do on this job, no matter how much money I make, I feel a little bit more unfulfilled because excuse me, I'm not able to pursue the things that I actually enjoy doing. Like, I'm not just talking like things, enjoying things like watching football or raising your kids, having a family, but I mean like actually enjoying what it is that drives you, what it is that when you do this thing, this activity, this whatever it is you're passionate about, are you actually fulfilled? And I think everyone when they do pursue their passions, when they spend time in the things that they're passionate about, they fill that cup. And because tomorrow's not guaranteed, it's like you can spend all this time chasing the bag and you're giving up your passion. You have some sense of a void, and something could happen tomorrow that would prevent you from. I mean, I guess once it's all said and done, it don't matter. like
Mm-hmm.
once the tomorrow's not promised. Once you're gone, you're gone. But
Mm-hmm.
to live a life where, I mean, society's kind of made us all believe that money is. I'm not saying that money can't bring or can't resolve some issues that might make people feel unhappy. But as it relates directly to that void that I'm talking about, that sense of emptiness, money will
Mm-hmm.
never be able to remove that sense of emptiness when you're unfulfilled.
I get that. I get that. But also you gotta think like the thing about that as well too, like just because you start getting a certain type of money does not mean that there's an emptiness void in you. That was there regardless. Like you
Right.
know what I mean? Those are deeper issues that you have to feel. And I'm gonna be honest, like I get what you're saying I get what you're saying about that as well too, but you have to realize like whenever you're sad, depressed, most of the things you think about is probably money related. Like, oh man, like I'm worried, like my rent's due. I don't get paid till like 4 days after the rent. Then I'm going to be charged late fees. Oh,
Mhm.
dang. As soon as I do that, the next 2 weeks, my card notes due. Man, I'm only going to have $300. Like, it becomes in this cycle and you start getting depressed. So when you start having to worry about money, then now you kind of like enjoy the time with your friends because you like, I have to worry about my bills. I have to worry about this. Or you just, I don't know, you just like in the shell, you immediately become depressed and you constantly worry about like where my next couple of dollars are going to come from when it comes to my bills. And that's just like the surface level of things. Like, what if an emergency happened? Like,
Right.
what if you wreck your car and you don't have a car, you don't have like, if you don't have insurance or something like that, and you need to go in and get a rental car, you can't even afford to get a rental car because you have all these other bills. And
Mhm.
it's just as stuff piles on and piles on, like it just adds up. Now you can't go on vacations. Now you can't enjoy your free. Well, you can't even you don't even have time because you constantly trying to work to get money. So it's just like when you get a certain type of money, and this not it don't have to be $100,000, $150,000. Like a certain amount of money look different for each person. Like this person may only need $80,000 for them to live the way they want to live. This person may need 150,000. This person may need 300,000. It really depends on that person and what type of lifestyle they want to have. And you gotta look at it like this: like if I'm a simple person, like honestly, me, I'd say this all the time, bro. I could live off 100 grand easily. Like I'm very simple. I like cars. I like watches. I don't really wear designer. I mean, I like accessories and stuff like that. But overall, like I don't really be caring about that stuff. So it's like I
Right.
can live off 100 grand and be perfectly fine with
Right.
how I'm living, and I've been content with that
Right.
now
Right.
because I've been to exposed of a lot of different things now. More so, that's not really like something that I would want to do, but if I could, I could. Like me, I say right now, like my threshold for me to be as comfortable as I want to be, 200 grand. 200
Right.
grand a year is perfectly fine with me. That's I can save as much money as I need. I can
Mhm.
save 10, 15 grand a month off that. Like it, bro, I'm good. Like at
Right.
that point, like I don't my expenses, I just downsized my apartment. Now my rent's
Right.
$2,400. I mean, my car note's still high. But
See,
I still I'm good. Like I
okay, I get that side of it, but it's like it's hard to speak when you're passionate about what you're doing that's paying you so well. Like I think it's hard to really perceive what it would feel like if you absolutely hated what you were doing to make that money. And you weren't fulfilling
bro.
your sense of you were not you weren't fulfilling your passion elsewhere. Like you talked about how like a lot of the issues that you persist with that sense of emptiness. I was relating that sense of emptiness directly to the unfulfilling nature of not being able to indulge in your passions. I'm not talking about like, oh, you're depressed because of whatever other reason, you
Yeah.
childhood trauma. I'm talking directly like you're actually in a place where you feel a void because you're not. indulging in your passions. Like that's a real thing. And I'm not saying that
Yeah.
just because
No,
that means you're
that's
gonna be
no, I
depressed.
agree.
I'm just saying that sense of emptiness. Like I'm a man on a mission. And as a part of me being a man on a mission, a lot of times, luckily for me, a part of my mission is technology. So if I'm
Hmm.
not indulging in what I'm passionate about, and it's also helping me fulfill or walk down my sense of or my own personal mission, then I personally, no matter how much money somebody put in front of me and said, this is the job you got to do, we'll give you this much money. If I'm not able to indulge in the thing I'm passionate about in order to get that money, it's going to be a sacrifice for myself that I don't know if I'd be willing to make.
I can see where you come from because I'm not gonna lie, I do have it made because I am in the career field that I really do enjoy.
Right.
But I can 100% say though, like, let's say if I was in sales or if I was in something, like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I've even thought about going into like tech sales, like account, like executive,
Yeah.
like sales engineer type, bro. Because like, bro,
Right. Right.
like
Right.
people don't realize the amount of money that these people make. Like,
Mm,
like, bro, like, but also the amount of work that they have to do. Like right now, I make a certain amount of money, and realistically, I work maybe 4, 5 hours a day versus them on sales. You know what I mean? Like, bro, they
yeah.
literally the weekend, like, bro, they make decent money, but it's like they really are working for that money, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, and I'm not a people person, bro. Like,
Right. Right. Right.
I consider myself an introvert. So me having to deal with clients, me constantly calling them. That's why, bro, consulting wasn't really for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I learned so much. No, actually, bro, consulting is a great. This is a great thing because I hated consulting. Like, don't get me wrong,
Okay.
I like traveling, but I was getting paid a nice chunk of money, and I was getting a nice experience. And so I
It,
was like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna hold out, like, cause
right.
I wanted to quit, bro. I was literally traveling like 80% of the month. Like, I would be gone probably 20 days out of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, like, I was never home. Like, we was roommates at the time, I believe. No,
Yeah.
what?
We were
No,
roommates.
it was, yeah, we were, but we had just became roommates.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
But yeah, it was just like, bro, I was never home. And that's why I was like, bro, like, let's be roommates. I'm never home. So it's like, there's no point in me spending this money on rent if
Yeah.
I'm never home. And then the
That's true.
pandemic happened. And then the
But
pandemic happened.
look at what happened. Look at what happened when you went through that consulting experience. How fast you got your ass up out of there.
I was
Excuse
there
my
for two
language.
years. I
Oh
was there for
yeah.
2 years.
I thought
Yeah,
you did it
no, bro.
before your
No,
month.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like that consultant, like that's the longest job, and that says a
Yeah.
lot. That was the longest place I stayed. Like I was there for 2 years, and like, bro, I learned so much. Like I'm
Right.
not gonna
I'm
lie.
sure it was
Like
valuable experience, and luckily, see, this is the thing. I'm glad you just brought this up, Tay. Listen, if you're passionate about what you do, the work-life balance, I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't matter at all, but you're gonna be willing to push yourself to even know where your limits are in that aspect. Like if you love it, because like think about it, that's like a playground for you, Tay. Like
yeah,
you're passionate about cybersecurity. So imagine when they say, yo, you're a consultant, you're about to see so many different facets of cybersecurity that you wouldn't get elsewhere. You're not going to get that outside of consulting. So
yeah.
unless you worked 1,000 jobs, over the course of
Exactly. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like when as a consultant, bro, I was doing architect work. I was an architect. I was a cloud. Like I was everything, bro. Like I can say, like the experience. I used to say this all the time when I was consulting. Within those 2 years, I feel like I maybe got 4 or 5 years of experience within those 2 years because I was
wow.
doing so much. Like I was doing implementations that I probably would have never touched
Mm-hmm.
until like I was like a mid senior level engineer or something like that. Like
Wow.
and like some of those same implementations, when I went to other companies, they was doing the same exact implementation. I was like, oh, I did this. This is how you need to do it. Like literally, like with the company that I'm at now, like I literally did like we just did an implementation
Uh-huh.
that we did there. And it's just like honestly, like because I'm not gonna lie, bro. If you guys are in technology or in cybersecurity, I say if you can go consult. Like if you can do it, go consult. Cause like it gotta be like a decent company though. Like, don't just go to any consulting company. Like, I worked at Booz Allen Hamilton, and honestly, I would go back. I'm not gonna. Nah, no, I would.
I
I would, because like the money I make
know
now is
that's
it's
social life.
like, yeah, bro. I'm making like probably triple the money I was making. Nah, triple for sure. Triple
Right.
the money I was making when I was consulting now. And it's just like, cause like Booz Allen, they didn't give you like equity, or at least they didn't, like, not for like the level I was at. I think they gave you equity once you was like a VP or partner or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, bro, it was just, it was great. It was great. I can honestly say Booz Allen was probably like my favorite job, but I worked for that. Like
Right.
like
Right.
I
Right.
probably like that's probably the most I've ever worked like in my entire career. I was probably working like
That's
60-70
crazy.
hours a week. Like I
Nah,
was
that's
working like
ridiculous.
60, yeah. But that's including travel too. So like I would include travel. Like as soon as we got on the plane, we considered that and I bill about hours and all of that.
Mhm.
So, if I go somewhere, it's 3 hours to travel there, then,
Okay.
any meetings, then
Okay.
we working like 9 hours a day, and then we have the meetings afterwards. And then, bro, it's like I used to go to the hotel and still be working. Like I would like it was a few situations where I got thrown in the fire. Like I had no clue what I was doing, and it was like I need to learn this by tomorrow or the next day. Bro, I'm up to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, reading documentation, trying to understand and learn what it is I need to learn. Next day, I
Uh-huh.
come in there acting like I know everything. Like, bro, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie. Consulting is for sure one of those jobs. Like, you BS it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. In consulting, you gotta be a professional BSer, and that.
Nah, that's
But
fact.
yeah, that's why I just try to tell people too. Like, if you don't go to like the right consulting firm, a lot of times you don't get the same experience. Like with Booz Allen, bro, like I was like an actual engineer. I've seen some consultants where they like just working on PowerPoints, they're consulting the business, they're auditing their processes and making sure they're in
Right.
compliance. But we was actually like going in there and doing implementations. Like we built up a cyber fusion center. We was actually like in there getting it done.
Yeah. Well, with all that said, look, hey, Harsh, I finally asked him this question. With all of
What?
that said, put yourself in the shoes of somebody who was doing that and they absolutely hated their job. Everything that you just mentioned, all of the work that you put in,
Mhm.
first of all, working to get in a consultant role, let alone when you're in consulting, all of the valuable experience you picked up in 2 years. But just imagine if you were in that position and you hated it. Like it just like I'm not even just talking about hate it because of like the work life balance. I'm talking about hate it like I hate what I do. I hate this. I hate the job. Like I hate the cybersecurity. Like it's just not for me. What would that make you feel like? You know what I'm saying? Like just because you're getting a nice check, you think you would have stayed, or you think you would have been looking for something else? You know what I'm saying? Like
I
can I
mean,
can you realistically say as much stress as you put yourself under, though you enjoyed it, you put yourself on a lot of stress, flip the script and say, what if I didn't actually enjoy this? Do you think
I
you'd be able to go ahead?
Nah, I still would have. Not gonna lie. Cause
And
like money motivates me. Cause you
right.
gotta think about this, bro. Like, would I rather get paid $50,000 doing something I absolutely hate, or would I rather get paid 150 grand to do something I absolutely hate?
I want to tell a story then. I want to tell a quick story
All
because
right, I'm listening.
I learned this and I didn't know how important this one conversation I had with an old junior college professor. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio College because I did learn some valuable lessons back in the day. But it was actually my English teacher. And
Mm-hmm.
My English professor, she loved what she did. Like she
Mm-hmm.
absolutely loved being an English professor. She loved first of all, she loved English, but she also loved teaching. And so she had a friend, one of her best friends from college. They both were in love with the same. They both were in love with English. They both wanted to be teachers. My professor decided to stay with teaching. The
Mm-hmm.
other, her friend decided to go into a career field that was going to pay better because I think when they first started out teaching, she just knew that it was very difficult to live beyond making ends meet. So she decided to
Mm-hmm.
go into a field where she was getting paid good. And she was just telling us, like, this is the first person who ever kind of told me, like, don't give up your passions altogether if your only motivation is money. And she said, she was telling me how her friend, it was so bad for her friend that her friend had to go to a mental facility because the stress that she was putting herself under to work a job that she absolutely hated was taken away from her ability to pursue her passion to teach English. And it was consuming her life so much to the point where like she just wasn't even in a healthy mind state. So for me at 19 years old, 18, 19 years old, to hear that, I didn't think much of it. I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad that you like what you do. Because my professor, she wasn't making a lot of money. It was a junior college.
Yeah.
But she said that if she had to pick over and over again between what she was making now, or then I should say, versus going to a field that she didn't like, but she had a bigger bag, she told all of us that she would rather take the money that she's making now. And I'm comparing teachers because honestly, like everybody knows, bro, teachers are the most underappreciated when it comes to pay. That's my personal opinion. I say we all know
No,
that.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
So when we have these teachers who are passionate about what they do, I don't see a whole lot of teachers just jumping out of the teaching field. I see a lot. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that I don't, like clearly we still have teachers that are teaching and they're not getting paid good. They're still there,
Mm-hmm.
and I promise you, it's not because they're just trying to make ends meet. If you're a teacher, I don't know too many teachers that are teaching to say I just want to make ends meet. It's the only option I had. I don't really like it, but I'm doing it because
Not, honestly, I also feel like with a lot of career fields that people choose, it's just because they don't know about other career fields. Like honestly, if I'm being like really honest with you, like when you're like when you're in high school and stuff like that, you don't hear no one saying, "Oh, I want to be a security engineer. I want to do this." They the teacher,
for
lawyer,
black folks,
doc. No, like uh, in general, like well for black people, because we don't like, again because we're the only people that's guilt tripped into saying choose passion over money.
right?
And so my thing is, it's like in school, all I heard was athletes, lawyer, doctor.
Facts, facts.
Uh, I would throw politician in there just to throw it in there because that
Sure.
sound like something somebody would
A
say.
lot, a lot of the stuff is tied to creatives and
Yeah,
physical ability
or a business owner.
or a
That's
business owner.
it. And when they say
Right.
business owner, I want to be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Like what? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it be stuff like that. So it don't actually be like these career fields. Like you ain't never heard someone say, "Oh yeah, I want to be a plumber." Bro, plumbers make bank.
right.
I want to be a roofer. They make bank. Like you don't ever hear people saying like they want to do like these manual labor jobs where you can make a ton of money.
People. There are people. We don't hear that. You know what I'm saying? Outside, I do know a lot of like black electricians and things like that. But yeah, trade wise, yes, we're definitely duped out of pursuing things that not only you can be passionate about, but you make good money in, like a trade. But yeah, like to your point, a lot of us are kind of told like, yeah, chase your passion. And the only things that we know about passion is the things that we did as kids growing up. Like you said, sports, music, the culture, the cultural things, the entrepreneurship, which we have limited knowledge there because there wasn't generational handoff to teach us everything we need to know about business. Half of us aren't
Yeah.
even financially literate. So how the heck are we going to
Yeah.
start businesses and we don't even know how to get business funding?
Yeah, I agree.
We don't
Cause
even
like
know how to take
even
care of our personal finances.
yeah, because that's the thing. Because like a lot of us, like, and speaking for myself as well too. Like we didn't have like situations where it's like we budget our money. It's like nah, like we got rent to pay, we got this to pay. We like I didn't really learn about finances because it was like we didn't really have money to like budget. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
and I think that's a big part of it as well too. Whenever we pass them, I say we pass them. I think that's a big reason why I chase the money because it's like cool, bro. Like I would never in 1,000 years thought I was be in the position that I'm in right now. But it's just like me
right.
being in a
Share though.
situation where I was growing in. It was just like, bro, forget passion, dog. Like I would
Right.
chase my passions after I have enough money in my bank account to do what it is I want to do. Like,
Right.
bro, like like
It's a you
after
know
I
what?
start making decent money,
You
it's
know
over.
what? It's a risk either way you look at it. Let's be
That's not
completely
a risk
honest.
to me, bro.
No, no, it
It's
is.
not a
Like I
risk.
said, tomorrow's not promised.
How?
Tomorrow's not promised. You can say
I,
I'll spend the next 3 to 5 years. I mean, we all make strategic plans like that. So all of us have
Yeah.
long-term goals. Like
Yeah.
I just don't like the idea of me putting my passion on the back burner of a long-term initiative that I'm setting for myself. Because, like I said, tomorrow, like me indulging in my passion for, like, again, I'm in technology, so it's a little bit different. I'm not somebody who's saying I'm passionate about basketball and I have no way to offer the world something by me hooping. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm talking about technology, I'm like, yo, if I had to put, let's just say technology didn't pay well, like
Yeah.
hypothetically, I was getting paid $30,000 to $50,000 to do what I love doing technology, and I left technology to go be a damn salesman, which I'm gonna be honest, I hate sales. I'm not I don't I respect sales. Let me first say that I respect sales for the people who do sales, but I
Hmm.
myself hate to sell. So if I was to leave technology, which hypothetically, let's just say it was paying me 30 to 50,000, and I can go make $120,000 in sales, I'm not saying that a part of me is not going to consider it, or at some point even try it out. Because if you don't try it, you'll never know, right? Like I can
Agreed.
save some bread and maybe use that money to go get my own startup going, or build some software, right? But
I
if
agree.
if my plan, if I had to say, I looked at the numbers, and something told me I needed to spend 3 to 5 years in sales before I could go build my app. For me, that's a risk right there. Now, strategically, it actually might be the better thing to do, but I'm just saying, like, it's a risk that you have to pick between. You have to pick between, do I want to take the risk of me doing my passion now, but maybe I don't make enough money to even fund the thing that I'm really passionate about, but my time and my energy being put into this full fledged, that is a risk that I might be willing to take, right? Versus the other side, if I get the
Hmm.
bag first, I'm
I get,
risking me
I'm about
possibly
to hit you
never
with
being able to
something.
get my passion because I tomorrow's not promised.
I'm about to hit you with something. All
Go ahead.
right. So take this in consideration. You have a family to take care of. You married. You have kids. You need to
Right.
chase the money. If you have responsibilities to take care of, you need to chase the money,
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That's probably one of the
bro.
most. That's hold on. Listen, listen,
Oh,
listen.
okay,
I
okay,
wasn't gonna argue against it. That's one of the most.
okay.
That's one of the most valid points. Okay, if you have a, I'm gonna before the kids. I'm just gonna say a spouse. If you
Yeah,
have a spouse and you two are both responsible for paying the bills and taking care of whatever living expenses, trying to get ahead, put some money in the savings, y'all are planning to have kids, whatever, right? I do
yeah.
think that there has to be some form of a balance. But I have seen extraordinary or heard extraordinary stories where
I mean, you can still pursue like when you like with a spouse and y'all
uh-huh,
have an understanding. I really feel like you can still, if it's the right person for you, like I can still see that. Like
right.
I can see it. Like have you seen Matrimony?
I have not.
Oh, that's a great with Taraji P Henson when the dude she was taking care of old dude
I
and
know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, and like his invention kept failing, and then she finally divorced him
Uh-huh.
right after she divorced him, he
Uh-huh.
got like this
He got
billionaire.
riches. I
Just
don't know
started,
what.
he got rich as hell, and he
That's
never.
that's what I was kind of pointing to though. Like stories like
But
that.
but still, even with that though, like he should have got a job. Like it paid off. It paid
It
off,
did.
but at what expense though? Like this, you
Right.
drove this woman crazy. She done killed. I think she died or something at the end or something like that because of everything you put her through, and 10, 15 years of like not having anything, struggling. She gave up 15 years of her life because she believed in your dream, and she finally just got tired of like, you know what, I'm leaving you.
Yeah, she
And
did.
just so happened, you end up meeting the girl who you end up cheating on her with, and she helped you get to introduce your patent or whatever you was working on,
Right.
and he became a billionaire. And after that, he bought her mom house back, wrote her a check. But it's like I can't get all this time back that I spent like on you,
Facts.
just wasting my
Facts.
time. So that's why I
Uh,
feel like if you're able to kind of like start making money right then and there, you can still make. And that's the thing though, even while he was working on those inventions and stuff like that,
yeah.
he still wasn't doing nothing at all. Like he still could have got like a side job, got a corporate job,
Hmm.
and still would have been able
He could have
to like
balanced it
provide
out
for the
better.
family and balance
He
it
could have
out. He
he
just
could have
like, no,
balanced it
I'm
out better.
I'm focused on this. I'm like, bro,
Facts.
no, like, and
But
that's a
that's
prime
how. But
example.
see, But see, look at it like this too, though. That was a man on a mission. Like when I see stuff like that,
Man,
I'm just being honest. Like I get the sacrifice and I get the balance and I get these things, right? But that man's
nah.
mission was bigger. It trumped everything. It trumped his relationship with his woman. It trumped everything for him. And for him, I get it. That like it definitely came with ramifications because this woman's life is now obliterated. And you're not I don't remember how the story ended. Like if he ended up even
On
letting
a
her.
boat. You know, yeah, she died on a boat or something like that.
Oh yeah. Did she try to kill him or
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, something like
Yeah, something like that.
that.
Y'all gotta watch that movie, but if you ain't already seen it.
Yeah.
But I just pointed to the fact of like that man's mission kind of, and I think Reed Grantberry, you said something in here that I've been talking to Tay about. We've talked about these things. Like I understand that passions can change, and that your passion is different from your purpose. That is 100% true. So bet you the movie is called Matrimony. You should definitely check that movie out. But yeah, so I fully understand that your passion and your purpose are two separate things. Okay, again, because you love basketball doesn't mean basketball is gonna be what you do for the rest of your life, and that's all you're gonna do. You a man on a mission trying to hoop, and you 50 years old. You're not going to the league, bro.
Yeah, bro. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I know I'm not gonna say who it is, but
Uh,
I know like people would
I
never know
got
who
you.
this is. They would never
I
know.
got you.
Like
I got you. I got you.
this individual is not even like on social media like that. Like they're not even on social media. But I'm not even gonna say the gender. But this individual had like 3 or 4 kids, still trying to pursue like
Hoop
well,
dreams.
there you go, hoop dreams. And I'm
There
like,
you go.
well, you know, it's a dude at that point. But it's just like, bro, you have weight like, nah, dog, you need to go start making some money. Like, no, like you have kids to
Right.
take care of.
Right.
Like, but
Right. Right.
I feel like you being single though, like you being a single individual, I feel like you should full fledged like go
Oh
after
yeah,
whatever
all
you
out,
just want to do. But
all out.
also, I still feel like you should I'm always like, even
And
when I be talking to you, like when we having these conversations,
right.
like like in the past when we be talking about like, oh, whenever we want to look for a new job, and you're like, oh,
Right.
like I really want to like make sure that it's this, is that. I'm like, bro, make sure they're gonna pay you a bag, because the thing is, you're in technology, bro. You're gonna find something about it that you like. Like,
Right. Don't be stupid. Just because you're so in love with
don't
the
be
passion,
stupid. Yeah,
don't overlook the other aspect of this, which is this is still
like,
big.
bro, that was the whole reason why I didn't go to Google. Like, I
Right.
literally turned Google down because it was like I could go here and I would stay here forever. Like, because
Right.
that's how Google is. Like, you can go to Google and like kind of
You
coast.
go there,
Like,
once it's up, it's up.
yeah, it's up. And then like the company that I'm at now, they came with that offer. I was like, I'm out. And then
Yeah.
I'm taking a risk as well too, because like we're a private company. Like we haven't even went public yet. So it's like, and then we're in a lawsuit right now. So it's like with the SEC. So it's like, dang, like this is really a risk. But
Right.
if everything goes well, like bro, in the next 5 to 6 years, bro, this is gonna be crazy.
Right.
And like when I tell people that, like, why would you join a company that's in a lawsuit with the SEC, bro? If the SEC is fucking with you, it's hey, that means you own to something, man.
Yeah.
Like you own to
You
something.
might got something good cooking up.
You're on to something. So I'm like, hey, that's
Willing
what
to
I
take
want to
that
be
risk.
at. Yeah,
Yeah. I feel you.
I'm young, bro. And then I
Right.
have nice money saved up. Like I have stock. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's cool. Like I don't mind it. Like I
Right.
don't mind taking that risk. That's because then you gotta think about it too. Base salary nice, bonus is nice,
Right.
sign on bonus is nice. So it's like if all fails and the stock just don't do what it's supposed to do, I still make great money.
I feel that.
I'm banking on the RSUs, but the money is great. Like I for the first time in my career, I don't even feel like I don't feel the need to like want to go look somewhere else.
Right.
Bro, like I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'm probably in the perfect job. Like I want to
Okay.
do a little bit more. Like I want to do a little bit more than what I'm doing right now. So I feel like that's probably why it's so hard for me to just kind of put myself in a different like situation, because like I have it all right now. Like
Right.
I literally get to do what I want to do at my job, and it's not taxing. Like I have free reign.
Mhm.
I'm not micromanaged. Like I go to him, say, hey, like let's do this. Oh yeah, like write me up something, let me know. Boom, we can look at it, we can talk about it. Cool, let's do it.
Mm.
He truly trusts me as a security engineer, as a senior security engineer, that I'm gonna do my job.
ChatGPT.
And yeah, and for him to do that, it's like, hey, we vibing. Like
Yeah.
we don't like we'll probably meet like twice a week, once or twice a week or something like that. It's like, hey, like kind of what's going on. Boom, like this what it is. Like this what I got done. And honestly, it ain't even him asking me what you got done because he see it already in the ticketings and stuff like that. Like, bro, I got some like boom, did all this. This all the work I done.
Yeah. I mean,
And
that's a very fortunate circumstance to have. I hope
yeah,
everybody
no, it
gets to,
is. Yeah.
I hope I really look, I know everybody on the live stream, you ain't black, you ain't mine, whatever. I don't black, white, Hispanic, whatever. I hope everybody gets to experience something like what Tay's experiencing right now at some point in their career, especially if you work in technology. Because that's got to be an amazing feeling. I mean, going to a place where the company is so like regardless of Tay's passion, like he's at a company where they're at the front line of innovation. So I mean, when you start having those kind of heavy hitters, you're comparing them to the behemoth tech companies, and you're having to decide, and you take a risk like that. Hey, that risk could set somebody. That risk, if all of us had that same opportunity in front of us and we took that risk itself can guarantee you monumental returns, not only for your career but financially as well. And that's where
Yeah.
Tay is. That's where Tay is like kind of taking. Yes, I'm passionate about what I do, but let me make a strategic move that is going to protect my bag. It's not just going to guarantee me the, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what Google's year over year return rate is, but getting those stocks is nice, and it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you,
Places like Google, bro, the stock, nothing's gonna
you
happen to
know
the
it's
stock, bro.
guaranteed. You know the year over year return. You know the
Yeah.
guaranteed income is there. But it's just like comparing you buying one stock versus you buying an ETF. You buy
Yep.
an ETF consistent year over year, 8-10%, 8 to 10%, versus there might be a stock in there that I mean it's one of them startup companies and they're getting 200, 300, or 5, 10x. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference. So Tay is definitely giving y'all the game on like, yes, I'm passionate about what I do, but let me be completely honest. I think my cam just
I
died.
think camera died. Yeah, mine's still
Oh, there
going.
it
Oh nah, because I'm not gonna lie, bro. Let that stock 3x. I'm selling.
goes.
I'm not holding nothing. I'm selling, bro. I don't care. Like I'm selling. Like
Right.
bye.
Yeah.
I'm gone. And I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna sell, stay for like 2 more years, get some refreshers, and I'm gonna retire. Nah, I'm
Yep, there
probably
you
gonna.
go.
I probably go work at a Google. I ain't gonna lie. Like after
Yeah.
I leave, like
Rest in peace.
if I ever leave Ripple, I would probably go to Google.
Yeah, I feel that. I
I'd
mean,
probably
yeah,
go like a Google. Like I would definitely probably go to Google and just like chill.
yeah. I mean, I don't want to listen. I don't want to give anyone or any employers or whatever the impression that. But what Tay is basically saying is, you get that under your belt, and you have all the personal authority to kind of dictate how your career goes from there. Like once you, yeah, to bet you he works at Ripple. Yeah, like
Yeah,
once you get there, you kind of have the option to dictate. Like you could just retire, but you also
yeah,
here goes Tay again. Not only is he passionate about it, but he's definitely still like, why would I just leave money on the table when there's still money
exactly.
there? I can still give Google an amazing cybersecurity professional. I'll give them all my experience, and I'm still collecting. And it's not
And
as
I can
much
still
on me
name my
because I
price.
just came from I mean, you're at Google, you're not talking about a startup culture. You're talking about a behemoth that has almost infinite amount of, and nobody's infinite, but a ridiculous amount of resources.
Infinite.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got all these resources to kind of they can do what they want and spread things out, and everyone's happy, everyone's paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's not too much stress on. I'm not gonna say on a single because architects they gonna get stressed out.
Yeah.
But let's just be
I
honest. Like,
I don't need to be on a team, a brand new team. I
I
can
don't
just
need to
go
be
on
a
the
people
team
manager.
and nothing. No, I've honestly said I would never be a manager.
Same. I'm in the same way. I'll be an
I would
IT.
never. Yeah,
I'll
I
stay
just
an
rather be an
IT.
individual contributor.
Right.
I would never be a manager. Like,
Right.
man,
Yeah,
let me not say never, but it's not
it's
my
not in the
interest.
plans. Yeah, it's not in the plans. I'm the
The
same
the
way too.
high the highest I'm willing to go is like a principal or staff engineer.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm really cool just being a senior. I'm really cool being a senior for the next 10 years. Because the thing about senior engineers, bro, the pay range on them is just it's large. Like
Yep.
go be an L6, L5, L6 at a Google, Amazon. Not Amazon, not even that bad, really. It's AWS.
What's up, gang?
Like,
Sorry, my bad. Keep going.
nah, you good. But yeah, like outside there, bro, like it's chilling.
Oh, my camera battery over here flashing on the dang on live stream. Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Oh, well,
I
it's
just want
time to
to.
end that. My battery's still full.
That's crazy, man. Hey, I just want to my own personal end. I learned a lot just from Tay, and his perspective about payment over passion. And like I said, Reed, I definitely agree that passion can change and is much different than your purpose. I mean, I could technically sacrifice me chasing my passions to make sure the next generation is able to at least even be able to indulge in their passions. You know what I'm saying? Like what does that mean to a person? All right, I'll sacrifice my passions to be able to get the bag and provide generational wealth. My only concern is, this is not everybody, but a lot of people will say generational wealth, but most people who really talk about the bad, they want luxury. They want
Yeah.
everything for themselves. So that's kind of
Me,
where,
I'm guilty.
like, Tay, I'm not Tay. You're actually not a good example. Like, I know you love luxury, but you make sure that generationally you're setting up the next.
Oh yeah, yeah, for
I'm just
sure.
saying people's actual mindsets. Like, yeah, at the bag, like they'll throw the word generational wealth, but what they're really thinking about is the luxury, the freedom. And I'm not
Yeah,
opposed
nah.
to that. I'm not opposed to that. Having financial freedom to be able to do whatever the hell you want. I want people to be able to get both. I want you to be able to not only indulge in your passion, but also be able to get the bag. All I want to end with is if you are young, if you do not have responsibilities like a family to take care of, I would highly suggest you not to completely give up your passions just for money. That's just my own personal opinion. I said completely give it up. Balance, right? Balance. Find the right balance to where you can do. If money needs to be more on the threshold, I understand. But just make sure you're not completely giving up your passions for the bag.
I would say 80% money, 20% passion.
You want me to get you want me to give an honest? You want
I
me to
say
give?
90 to you gonna try to say something like look.
Yeah, they get my battery, y'all.
The battery went dead.
It's all
I know
good.
you got a second one. You got a second one. Well, we'll go ahead and end it. We'll go ahead and end it then. You jump back on.
I done switched to regular. It's all good, y'all. I'm gonna switch to this,
Yeah, nah.
but no, like keep. If you want me to give an honest threshold for what I would say is about appropriate between passion and money, I'm gonna say if you absolutely have to, I say about a good 60-40. Keep your passion as close to your size. 60% of the passion, 40% of the bag. And when things start to change in life, when you start talking more about family and those things, again, risk factor, risk management. I'm more on the side of I don't want to completely sacrifice my passions, but I also do think that money and the bag and those things, taking care of yourself, taking care of the next generation, those things are also equally important. So don't completely sacrifice the idea that you should just indulge in your passions and not make any money at all. That's just me.
I can go there. I still say 90-10, but I agree with everything you
You went
just
from
said.
80-20 to 90-10.
90-10. But
Oh man, see, y'all know that I have not been indulging in the money because I ain't got the veneers yet. When the veneers come, that's how y'all gonna know I'm about 80% on the money now.
I don't have veneers though. These my
Oh
real
man,
teeth. These- they my real teeth. I'm
man.
born with these.
But yeah, no, this is good, man. Hey, Tay, I definitely appreciate the episode, man. Passions over payment. Which one's better for you? I want y'all to honestly leave some comments and let us know what you think after this. Like, does anybody feel like their perspective's been changed in either direction? Anybody got an opinion about what they would rather pursue? What matters more to them? Definitely leave comments. Make sure y'all are running those likes up too. I see about 5 or 6 likes on the YouTube. I done seen at least 20 people in the room, so I definitely want to see some of them likes get ran up. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We got plenty of more Fireside scheduled. We got plenty more quick strikes. We're gonna get OP, my boy Premier. We're gonna get him back on here. So definitely make sure y'all are tuning in. But yeah, run them comments up and let us know. We want to talk about it. We'll probably do another like what is it called, TikTok or Instagram Live, and kind of go back to those comments and talk about it.
Yeah. Nah, we definitely gonna have to do that. Cause I ain't gonna lie, cause now I got a TikTok streaming key now. So
There you go.
I'm definitely gonna be on TikTok. I'm gonna play with it a little bit more so I can really just get down and dirty with it. But yeah, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm fooling with it.
I mean, hey, people on my live on Instagram are asking for Q&As, just saying, but we're at
Oh, you was on
55.
live? You was on live?
You know what? Hey, if you want to do Q&A, why don't y'all just go ahead and hop over to Instagram? I'm gonna invite Tay on Instagram Live. We'll do it from there. You want to do that,
All
Tay?
right, bet. Yeah, we can do that. Hey, what?
Cool.
I'll pen text you.
All right, cool.
All right, bet.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.